Don't figure your Uber.
Don't figure your Uber.
The ever-evolving landscape and humor of the supernatural figures. And now, next to the stage, why we're taking that embarrassing act of nonsense and classing it up significantly. With Briana, Buckmaster, Kim Rose, it is also Sam and Lisa. Bring them out.
You got everything you need, ladies? We got everything. Piss off!
Good on beverages.
Oh, these waters are cold. Hi, everyone! How are we? Are we fragile today? Was it a good karaoke?
You can tell how good it was by how gentle everyone's being.
Right, exactly. Like, oh,
but it's like,
clapping quietly.
Please be quieter. Okay. All right. We will not fucking be quieter.
No, we'll make no
Wait, who's just showing up today? Okay, so most of you up here, nobody needs a disclaimer. All right, great. Let's go. Hit it. Hit it. Go, Emmy. Emmy switched up microphones this morning. Hi.
I'll be real, I was getting breakfast and I ran in here, the door's there, so I just kind of jumped in.
Okay, got it. Get it. Hi.
So, starting off like so strong this morning with my very serious question. Would you guys rather live in a world where adults spoke like babies or an adult where babies spoke like adults? Or a world where, you get what I said.
Yeah.
Where babies speak like adults. Nothing could be funnier. Nothing. Nothing could be more annoying than listen to adults like gaga goo goo.
Same with you. I mean, Stewie's like the best character on television.
It's a great example, yes.
Well, I mean, half the time, like, we only knew what they were thinking, and if they could just tell us.
So here's my problem. I don't think I want to know what babies are thinking. Like, they're still tapped in. They're still kind of hooked into where they came from. They know shit that would fuck me up. That I have worked very hard to forget until I am reminded again and die. So I don't think my mortal brain could handle. And I basically, as already evidenced by my appearance this morning, speak baby talk anyway. So I'm going with adults speaking baby talk. Can we have dogs speak? That would be great.
You can have whatever you want.
That was good.
What about you, Lisa?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Lee. Because, like, I love all of the baby talking stuff.
Fuck that. I want to know what grown-ups. I'm sick of knowing what grown-ups think. Enough of your fucking hot takes. Leave me alone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emmy.
Hello.
I didn't do the microphone.
Oh, God.
Now?
Oh, God, yes. You failed her!
Got it. Good morning, ladies. I was just wondering, was there a point when you were reading any of your scripts when you were like, you want me to do what? Excuse the hell out of you? What? Did you ever have that moment when you were reading one of your scripts?
Yes, yeah, go Lisa.
Oh, yeah, no, even when I got the part for the show, it just came in so many different stages, and by the time I was like, yes, I'm signed up, I'm in, they're like, one more thing. I was like, what? Can you sing Oh Death? I was like, bitch! I watched the show. God damn. That was my reaction.
But that was like,
That was the
surprise,
best.
but good surprise.
No, I had trauma around
Oh, right.
singing. And then you want me to sing like what I already know is the most iconic song on the show, next to the iconic song on the show?
Right, fair.
No,
And you
baby.
crushed it.
Yeah, now you get to say you did it.
I did that.
My last episode, like they've spent 10 years turning Jody into a hunter, right? And you know, all of the trauma that goes with it, but she's viable, she's present, she's dangerous. And my very last episode, they were like, can you stay home and watch the door, because otherwise Claire would be sad. And Jody goes, okay. I had a problem with that.
I'm with Kim. I think that the only time I was like, you want me to do what, was when there was lines that I was like, okay. A couple of them got cut out. There was probably one where, in a spin-off, there was a scene where Donna was supposed to have with Claire, where they were at a restaurant and she was ordering food, and I think she probably ordered a burger or something, and then the server went, don't you think you should have a salad? I know. They cut that out. So, with good measure. Sometimes it's good to just go, I think women can exist without commenting on their bodies. Somebody heard that before, I had to make them learn it.
One or two. I'll put it this way. I had to work really hard to get my choices in line sometimes. So what happens when they give me choices? I'm like, oh no. Okay, we're gonna find a reason why this is the right thing. It took a long time sometimes. But they weren't just like one line or one little thing, they were like life choices. So yes, there were several times and I was like, oh, people aren't gonna like this. So yeah, sometimes, but I had to work my way around to like, you know, it's a good thing I'm taking the journal and running away. Totally a good thing. It's a great idea to have an affair with Kat.
Next question.
Hello. If you could create one flavor of ice cream you would eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, Sam was at the highest.
I had it 2 days ago here at an ice cream shop on South Congress, and it was, I don't remember what it was called, some kind of, lots of butter in the name, and it was some kind of like butter cheesecake with pieces of vanilla cake, butter cheesecake flavor with pieces of vanilla cake and caramel ribbon. You're welcome. I was like,
Eons ago, when I was in undergrad, so we're talking late 80s, Ben and Jerry's had a flavor of ice cream that was this rich chocolate ice cream with a chocolate, well, in my world, it would also have a chocolate fudge stripe and peanut butter cookie dough pieces. So it was like a chocolate peanut butter cookie dough, and I don't understand why they wouldn't. I had a long-standing feud on what was formerly known as Twitter with Ben and Jerry's, trying to get them to bring it back, and finally they were like, ma'am, we are just the social media person. Please, please stop.
All ice cream is my answer. It's hard. I think vanilla, I'd be like, I'd still eat it. I do like ice cream. It doesn't last in our house very long, so we have to buy the pint and then immediately eat it.
If you come visit me, I will make you ice cream.
I know, we've talked about
Yeah.
this. Your ice cream maker, your concoctions are really good. But there is an ice cream place that's just about a block or two from our house, so after dinner, a few times a week, we'll walk there. And I like Mexican hot chocolate ice cream. It's really good. If you know, you know. It's really spicy.
I mean, I like ice cream too, just like everybody else. I don't know what I would want to eat forever, but I did eat, like, what was it, like Mara's ice cream when I was pregnant. It was the thing that I wanted. Like every craving I had at 18 came like rushing back. Also Cheetos, but not an ice cream. Not an ice cream, but that would be mine.
Oh.
I try it. It's salty, sweet.
Yeah, I popcorn in ice cream, and it did not suck.
Oh, pretzels are the best.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe.
We're getting ideas.
Well, Chubby Hubby's got
The cheese might throw me off a little. Salty's one thing, but cheese and ice cream.
Wait, French fries and Frosties?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So not so
Wait, you
crazy.
said Cheetos or Fritos?
Cheetos.
Oh, never mind. Although now, challenge accepted. Maybe.
Yes, right?
See how we can do that? Because if you had like a chili, like a sweet, like a chili flavor. Never mind. This is not the place. There, put it back inside, Kim. Put it back. Zip up, for fuck's sake.
Zip up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Annie.
Good morning. So my question is there a story that your parents would still kill you over if they knew?
Trying to get us in trouble?
It stays in this room.
On all our cell phones.
The first time I tried smoking, I was, gosh, I must have been 16. And I was like, I don't actually want to smoke. I just want to see what I look like. So I did it in front of the mirror in the family bathroom. I don't know where I thought the smoke would go. It didn't go anywhere.
Did you look cool doing it?
Yeah, of course! Kids don't smoke. Nobody smokes anymore. People vape now. Isn't that a thing that kids do? Vaping?
It's all vaping.
Nobody looks cool vaping. Sorry, no offense.
No, it looks a little bit like everyone has asthma.
Yeah. Or that you're downloading a file or something.
It plugs into your tooth.
No? Nobody else?
Nope. Nope. Comment. I was a remarkably boring child.
Wait, yeah, I'm not understanding the question. Do you mean things I've done since my parents died that if they knew, they would rise from the dead and be like, what the fuck? Or things I did when they were alive that I think they don't know about, that if they did, they would rise from the dead to say what the fuck?
Either or.
Oh, that's too many. I need
Now you met her?
More than I.
Oh, okay, things that I did in child.
Yes.
I have zero memory of my childhood, unfortunately. Trauma response. So I don't think so. I was a painfully lawful child. Like even when I was, running and gunning, I was still home when I said I'd be home because I didn't want to disappoint my mother.
I feel that.
I fully got caught though. Yeah, I was so slick throughout all of high school, but then you're like, that's where you were dumb. Because I saved the receipts. And so my mom's just cleaning shit out and she finds a binder and she's like, oh, Lisa's excused from. Lisa's excused. Did you? I don't know how. What? What?
Mom came. Mom showed up.
Every single fucking get out of jail card that I used got booked.
That is, see, okay, I was the child that would go into high school and instead of ditching, I would demand an audience with the principal. And I would go in and explain to him why insisting that the school be in session at 10 o'clock in the morning while our basketball team was in the state finals across the street was preposterous and not teaching us a sense of community and well-being, and how if we didn't show that, how are we supposed to trust you as a leader if you don't allow us to support our fellow team? And he would fucking release the school just to get rid of me, and then I would go home. That is a true story.
I love that story so much because I thought I was slick because I signed all the forms. Like when they're like, bring this home and get your parents to sign it. I was like, bitch, I'm signing this shit.
Yeah,
So
so they
all
know
my
what it looks-
forms look legit. And then I got caught. Dumb, right? Like I was so
Like
slick
trophies?
up until I just didn't even realize that I had them.
Oh,
Cause
so
like
you
you
put
know,
them in like a
no, like they're just in the back of a binder. Like you know, back in the day we had those books and you had all of the used to cover
Like
them
the
up with like
trapper
yeah. And so you just had like notes just kept coming out of everywhere. But just like for a dentist appointment, how many dentist appointments you got?
You do have nice teeth.
I had a lot of dentist appointments. But I did have a lot of dentist appointments, so I was like, they're not gonna notice like 2 or 3 more thrown into the mix. But I got caught at 18 when I graduated.
You should have just threatened anarchy. Kids, threaten anarchy. Don't smoke though. That's stupid.
It all came out. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Did that answer your question eventually?
Yeah.
Okay. She shakes her head. Yeah. Sure. Done.
Thank you.
Hi, ladies. My question is, in your careers, how do you prepare for a role that could be mentally, emotionally, or physically exposing?
procrastinate. Because I'm like, this is gonna hurt, it's gonna be hard. Procrastinate a little more. And actually, the harder it is emotionally, sometimes the easier it is, because if you just let it go on the day. Like if you prepare too much, I find sometimes I can
100%,
help myself
yeah.
to it a little bit. So if I'm like, what's happening? On the, like, keep it sort of right under the surface. It's risky though, because if you can't tap in on the day, then you're.
And you get the tears stick out.
Yep.
God bless that thing.
I agree with that. Procrastinate.
Yeah, when it comes to theater, I think that the more that you work on it, because what's beautiful about theater in some plays and productions is that there is a full arc of a journey. So it's not that hard if you've done all of the work ahead of time to hook in, because you're on that journey for 2 hours. And so it's not that hard. What is, I find much more challenging is for film television, when you have to produce a tear out the right corner 17 times while 100 men are walking around and you're just like, stay in the moment, stay in the moment. I'm not super skilled at that yet, but I find that if I over-prepare for film television, it will fuck me up. If I under-prepare for theater, it will fuck me up. So.
Also, film is out of order. So in the theater, you get to work through the
yourself
story.
up. Exactly.
And in TV, they're like, okay, here's the happy ending, and now we're gonna go back and shoot the worst end.
Yeah.
And you're like, or even better, you shoot the happy part right after, and then they're like trying to like perform triage on your makeup.
Right.
So yeah, it's more challenging.
I mean, it's different for every role. I think some roles are easier to get into because you feel so connected to the material. And then other roles are just like, how am I going to do this? Here's stick. And then other times, it's just, I can't do it. It's not going. It's not happening. Even the tear stick isn't working. Like that, it's an awkward, uncomfortable situation. But I just think, in general, I think as artists, we need to take the pressure off of thinking that if you cry, you nailed the scene.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I just think there are so many moments when we're engaged in a performance that they might not even be crying, but you're like devastated watching. And so it's a misleading thing as actors or counterintuitive when you think you have to know what that emotion looks like rather than being in the moment. And I've done this like in theater or shows that I've worked on, particularly in theater where I just say something so matter-of-factly and people will come up to me after the show being like, I couldn't get out of my car for like 20 minutes because that line, and I've got some good ones that I've gotten to say and I know what they are, you know what I mean? You're like, I don't know why I thought I deserved any better. And people are just like, but I'm not crying, I'm not doing anything on it, But there are people who are like, just hearing those words, are like, so I try to just take the pressure off at this stage. Like when I was younger, I definitely was like, gotta cry, gotta cry, gotta cry. But now I'm like, I gotta feel what's really happening and trust that. Good question.
Thank you.
So first of all, Lisa and Sam, we had such a good time singing with you guys last night. It was so fun.
You guys were so good.
Oh, thank you. We're so glad you got to do that. Like, it was so great, so fun. But my sister and I were talking about yesterday at your panel. You were saying something about how it was kind of bullshit that you didn't get a cool car, Lisa, during the series. So my sister and I agreed that you would have a blacked out Harley.
Yeah,
And smoke would trail out from behind you. So,
I support that.
but my question for the rest of you is, if you didn't already have an assigned car, what would you pick for the Wayward Sisters series?
I'm stuck on, I love Blacked Out, but technically Death comes on a pale horse, so I think it would be cool if Death's Harley was whited out.
Good point.
I'm sorry, that's the answer for your question. I can't think of my car, I'm thinking of her Harley.
But you always think of my character. I love you for it. I love you for it.
I love the D-Train. I love that Raptor that I drove. And part of the reason I love it so much is how much the crew underestimated that I could drive it.
Oh, come on now.
They're like,
know
oh,
you?
Exactly. I'm like, I used to own a food truck. I was raised in Saskatchewan. Like, I grew up on a farm. I started driving trucks when I was like 10 years old. Don't tell anyone. And
Don't drive at 10, kids.
See, that's how you get caught.
that's right. God damn it. Wipe it from Twitter. I remember so much like when actors have to hit their marks in a scene, when you're driving a vehicle, you also have to drive that vehicle onto a mark. And there were other actors who struggled to hit their mark. And I always did it the very first try. But I remember they were just shocked. And I was like, don't be such little bitches. Like, it's just a truck. Like, what's the big deal? Anyway.
See, here's the thing. Jody, I had a long talk with wardrobe. Once it looked like Jody was going to return, they said, all right, let's discuss Jody's style. Let's just discuss Jody's brain. Jody is a sensible person who doesn't give a fuck about image. Till the day you didn't see her anymore, she was still wearing her dead husband's clothes because they were fine and they fit perfect. Why not? Like, there was a lot of that in Jody. So Jody would drive something with good gas mileage that would get to 100 when she needed it to. I don't know what that'd be. Possibly used, but under 20,000 miles.
Love it.
Mary had a car, and it was a Dodge Charger, which I thought was sweet. My concern was that it was electric blue. I didn't understand that.
It's hard to hide.
Hard to hide. The only correlation I can make is that there was one episode where they flashed back to Mary when the boys were still small before she died, the first time. And I drove a electric blue Corvette. And I was like, it was the 80s. Okay. Still don't get the electric blue. But, so the Dodge Charger totally get it, but it would have had to been like, either black or like charcoal or, maybe silver, but yeah, I think black is if you're driving Warp 8 in the middle of the night, you don't need a fluorescent car. But the Charger was terrible gas mileage, but I think we paid with stolen credit cards anyway, so it didn't matter. But, decent trunk space.
That's the other thing. They all would need to have decent trunk space. Death, on the other hand, doesn't have to deal with the bodies, so you don't need a trunk.
Right.
I'm a Lone Ranger, man. Yeah. No, yesterday I was like, she's on a black stallion. Yeah. That's what she on. She's on a black stallion. with like, scythe in hand. She's ambidextrous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it.
Hi over there.
Hello. My question is, if you were stuck on a desert island, what 3 things would you bring?
Butter cream cheese ice cream.
You better have a freezer.
I can eat fast.
Sunscreen.
Chapstick's always on my list.
I'm not gonna last very long on this island.
Bread basket? Vibrator?
I'm being real selective here because I'm like, I could do my own work with the vibrator. I'm not wasting a choice.
Not wasting an item on something that needs batteries that are gonna die.
You know, I'll be stuck doing it myself anyways. Let's see. Chapstick's still at the top of that list because I always am just floss forever.
Yeah. You don't
Is
want
that like, just if I-
castaway situation.
Yeah.
Punch one of those teeth out.
A fishing pole.
Don't say hole.
Fishing pole.
Oh, sorry.
And a boat.
Damn, corrected.
I bring a satellite phone.
Yeah.
I'm
Boat.
really trying hard to hear the question you meant and not the question my head heard. Because I'm like, yes, satellite phone, a generator, and a lot of shade tarp. Like something to light a fire, guaranteed water filtration system, shade tarp.
with friends.
Yeah,
Because
no.
that's like more than 3.
No, I'm reevaluating my list. But yeah, so something to emit a signal, something to attract attention, so fire, satellite, shade so I don't die, but the water filtration system, water filtration pills.
Are we trying to get off this island or?
I think that's the question.
No, this is the problem. You asked me I cannot be not lit. I'm like,
I did say stuck, so
Okay,
you've
very
gone-
good. We just reinvented the question. So sorry.
yeah, it's not Gilligan's Island. And you said a desert island, right? So I don't have any fucking palm trees. There's no fuzzy friends. It's just desert.
What happened? How did we get there?
Very, very dark. I am going very
Were we on a ship? Were we on a cruise?
Oh, now you're turning into me.
Were we
How
like,
did I get there?
how did
Is
we
my
get there?
family
Is anybody
still
else
alive?
there? Can we create a socialist government?
That's it, yeah. Can we take turns or do we have to hold up a conch shell?
To become a yellow jacket situation?
Yeah.
We have to start eating each other?
And seriously, is my family still alive or not? Because that's going to make a big difference on what I breathe. If they're not alive, then fuck this. I'm not going to try to survive.
Yeah. Give me cigarettes and.
Yeah. Yeah. Something.
Cigarettes and a book. Cigarettes, a book, and a vibrator.
I'm not gonna be here long.
You're welcome. The best we can do, honey.
She's so timid.
She's like,
Thank
I
you.
regret my decision immediately.
She's reevaluating her question choices.
Hello, morning.
Lisa, yesterday you mentioned something about fangirling, so I just wanted to know who you were fangirling.
I used to fangirl over Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
She wrote a song about
I wrote a song about him. It's very romantic. When I was 11 years old, I will not sing the tune for you because I don't remember it at the moment. I
can remind you.
Oh, yeah, go for it. I want to hear you sing it. I don't know if I
Something
fangirl.
about seeing, like when I look at you, I never thought I could feel this way. I know that's in there. I never thought I could feel this way. She's laughing because I remember her Jonathan Taylor.
I'm laughing at an 11-year-old going, I never thought I could feel this. Just like such a hopeless romantic kid. I don't think I fangirl over anyone as a grown-up though. It's so funny being in this industry, being older, because I feel like I've only really been in at least the film, television industry for, like 10 years, which isn't that long. And the more I'm in it, the more I go, oh, that guy's just trying to get a job like me. Like, they're, in terms of actors, now characters and shows, that's all very different because it's everything and it's a feeling, and I understand exactly what you guys are going through, but when I see actors now, like Jose and I's favorite thing is when we're watching a show and you see somebody come on stage and go, here's your bill, ma'am. And we go, she auditioned for that, she auditioned for that, and she probably got the call that she got the part and it changed her life for this one line. And now I look at everything just going, it's just everybody just moving through life, just figuring it out, hoping for the best, getting excited about the little things. And so the fangirling stuff has, in terms of actors, has been taken away from me, which I think is probably best. I could not top the Jonathan Taylor Thomas song. So, but I don't have a show that I think I fangirl over.
Wait, Lisa, who was it you answered? Who did you say you
About
fangirled
Supernatural, right?
She didn't?
Oh, it
She
was about a
didn't.
supernatural, it was about a, because if you know the story of how I got cast on the show, there is a fangirl moment in there, there is. But I was actually thinking about how I got caught by surprise, being like totally like just the rug taken out from underneath me. And I was doing an episode of Designated Survivor and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We're going to keep this out of it. And then I literally lost my shit and I had to like be like, oh my God, like ground yourself, ground yourself, ground yourself. Because he's like, I didn't expect him to come with, I don't know what, I didn't expect Kiefer Sutherland to come with big energy. But he came with like the most biggest energy and I was like, oh my God, like I'm shaking, I'm nervous, oh my God. Like I know you saw my audition tape and I know that you gave me the part and I'm just now, I don't, and I had to do a lot of work to like settle myself, but I didn't expect to be like that about Kiefer Sutherland because I'm like, well, I like your movies. But then I was like, oh, I like that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Oh, that one. And so I was a little surprised by that.
I was not surprised that the first time I had the opportunity to meet David Tennant, I ran away and hid in a closet and cried. I was not surprised. I knew it. And then the second time I was actually in a green room with David Tennant and the lovely Ruth Connell takes my hand and she's like, come on, you've got to meet him. I was like, no, not today. I thought I was going to meet him yesterday. And you'll see why in a moment. And she comes over and she's like, this is my friend Kim. And I went, I'm wearing pants with your face on them. So it's safe to say he's never going to cast me in anything that he was producing. So, yeah.
I held it together, but I love you so much.
I love you so much. I was not crazy. Although it was nice though because there was so much radiant love aiming at him that I'm sure it was a little like. So it was nice that he could be like, oh, I've never seen those before. I'm like, yeah, it's good omens. I'm gonna go sit down now. Okay, nice to meet you.
I can't wait for that to happen. I think I'll be cool if I met Beyonce, but I don't know. I think I'd be
You
cool.
just never know.
I don't know. I think I'd be cool.
I'm with you though. I went to her concert and I was in the splash zone. I was in the pit where I could see up her nostril, and I was like, is she AI? Like she's so beautiful and so perfect. Like she's so talented. I'm with you actually. When you said that, I was like, oh, that would be a challenge. That's one that I was like, no, she's not a regular person.
As far as television and film people, at some of the other sort of more multi-fandom conventions, I get to meet some of the people that I used to watch as a kid. Like Gil Gerard was Buck Rogers. And I was like, and then he and his wife are like my friend, and like, come do this, if you ever come visit, come stay with us. And I'm like, wow.
The two of us together simultaneously giggled when he talked to us. It was like, could not have been more choreographed.
Oh, I know. It was huge. And then a couple months ago, I met Mary McDonald, just in passing. And I'm a huge fan of Battlestar Galactica, and she was just such a badass on that show. But I mean, Dances with Wolves, like it just goes on, right? And she's she's so cute. She was getting on the back of the golf cart with Edward James almost. I'm like, you're wonderful. And she's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, I had that happen. So it's that. It's people that and our aspirations.
It's also so amazing when you meet people of extreme substance, such as you three are explaining, and that they're so gracious and grateful and loving and happy to meet you and happy to have that experience with you, because there's certainly, I'm sure, people who don't have those same interactions. I've not had any negative interactions with, you know, celebrities, but when I hear about really quite like legends and icons who are so gracious to people who are excited to meet them, I'm like, oh, thank you, thank goodness, it's great.
Like you.
I'm a raging bitch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, honey, that was a great question.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Christina, and my question is, if there is like a song, or maybe more than one song that's been stuck in your head over and over and over lately, what are they?
Charlie XCX and Billie Eilish, yes. It's a pretty filthy song, but I have listened to it. I put makeup on this morning.
My daughter likes to pick songs for me to sing for Saturday Night Special. She is currently really pushing for me to sing The Stroke by Billy Squier. So that is stuck in my head because she won't stop fucking playing it.
It varies. They're often different Post Malone songs. Circles is just, you know, and then there's one that I can't remember the name, but it's about being drunk and getting arrested and put in a cop car, and it's him and he does it. It's with another singer. What? 911? Dial Jones, that's the one. Like 911, I'm like, somebody could have called the police on them, but I don't think that's the name of the song. Yeah, that one. It just goes around and around and around. Yeah.
It's not really songs, it's more like hooks.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
It's
Like
just,
parts of songs.
it could be parts of songs, it could be a jingle, it could be whatever, like, it got me good.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Jingles, you get a jingle in your head, you're done.
Done.
Like 3
I
days.
Done.
met the man who wrote the Zoom 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 jingle and threw something at him. You are responsible for so many brain cells crying in my head. Yeah, Cars for Kids. Yeah, well, but without
We don't have that in Canada.
Cars for Kids. Have you asked
Sure for that.
Richard Spade to sing that for you yet? He tries to figure out, just so you know, I'm telling tales out of school, he tries to figure out how to work that into every Saturday Night Special song he sings. So, listen for it. It's like an Easter egg. They'll pop that in.
You know what gets stuck in my head? It's only because it's trending on TikTok. But it's a song from Chicago that goes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they vote, oh yes, they vote, oh yes, they vote. Only because it's like like you said, it's like a little math equation you gotta figure out when you sing. But
Yeah. I do like getting songs in people's head. I do like being like, oh my God, we're back again. And then just like walking away. And you're like, you fucking bitch.
right. It's like a smoke bomb.
It's psychic warfare. I love it.
My favorite is when I get a song stuck in my head and I only know the first like 3 or 4 words, and I'm like, damn it.
Or the instrumental part. That song that goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know that one. I can't even fucking Google that. If I know the words, I can be like, what the fuck is this song? But if it's like, Siri, tell me what song goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Siri's like, I'm sorry, you've lost your mind.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Hello.
I tried to get in your line a second time and ran out of time, but my question is for you, Bree. I've been listening to your song Olive Branch at work a lot, and that is my favorite song that you sing. And I was just wanting to know what the inspiration or the meaning behind that song meant for you.
That song was actually written by Rob Benedict, and I think he wrote it earlier and then offered to put it on my album. So I think that I might have a different meaning behind it than he did when he wrote it, because I think he wrote it before he knew he was going to offer it to me for the album. But I think that is about ruptures in friendships or relationships and finding your way back to somebody and going, this is what I have to offer. Is that something that you're willing to take? But it's a beautiful song, and I'm so grateful that I got to put it on the album.
We have a Spotify account at my work, and we can play whatever song one is on and play, and I find myself putting that song in a lot.
Yeah, you put it on. I put every song from my album on, and then I want you to take some albums, and then you can actually sell them for me. That would be great. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. This is my first convention, and so thank you. I'm curious, what conventions would you attend as a fan?
Black Panther. Oh yeah, I go VIP all the way.
Yes.
There's more.
So lazy. You guys are. This is so much work this weekend. I don't know. Again, like I don't know that I fangirl enough to attend a weekend, but I'm always up for a giggle. So I would probably go to any fan convention, even if I didn't know anything about the show. I think it's a great way to learn about the show and learn about the actors. Sometimes I find if I'm watching interviews or something for a TV show, specifically a TV show, and I'm like, oh, the actors are really charismatic and funny, it will make me want to watch the show. So I think it's a great way to be introduced to shows, especially older shows.
I don't know if I would say I would go to a convention for this, but every time I'm at a multi-fandom convention and there's anything related to Star Wars, I'm like, hi. Like I have my picture with Jabba the Hutt. I got my picture with R2-D2 last week. And if anybody who's on that is around, who's that like? Did you get a helmet? Did you have any furry animals? Did you have to do green screen? What planet did you live on? So maybe Star Wars?
I don't think these exist, but if they did, I can guarantee you I would haul ass to it. A Muppet convention. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Kermit the Frog doing a panel and you can finally ask all the bird questions. That would be fucking awesome. A concert with Ralph's dog.
Or Ralph would accompany you. Oh my
Yes.
God, that was like something you could get.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, you can sing with Ralph.
Yeah, he does like a dun 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 dun, so like anybody can just throw whatever they want in. I think we're playing
Oh
it.
my god.
You guys, we should, I'm saying this out loud because it's our idea, is that we should write a mockumentary movie about the Muppets fan convention.
Listen.
There might be some IP
I think there's some traction with that.
No, you can purchase this.
It's the Muppets.
The Muppets. It's Kermit instead of Herman.
Copyright.
No, that's a bad thing. I take that back. I immediately take that back.
That's a different channel.
But still, Black Panther.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd go with you to
I'd
that.
go with that. I go to that. Thank you, honey. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Hello.
I asked Robin Rich this a few years back and got some good ideas. I got playlists inspired by the characters from the show. What song would you choose for your character, like to represent her overall arc or vibe?
Oh, I have this is just something somebody else gave me, but there were two fan things put together, so I have two songs. One is Cobra Style by Robin, Robin's version of Cobra Style. I fucking
Originally
love
sings
that.
that song.
I don't know, not Robin.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
a remake. And the other one is, who is it? The We Belong Way Down Below, whatever the fuck, I don't remember. Next.
Well, Kim and I have said this before, is that we think our theme song, this is like a Jody and Donna theme song, is Never Gonna Break My Stride.
Well,
Yeah.
The song that keeps coming to my head is like Living on the Edge.
Right. It's because you were just at karaoke last night.
That is probably why. It's in my head now.
Mine's so on the nose, but it's Fighter by Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. Thank you. Or Alanis Morissette, You Ought to Know.
Yes, that's good. I mean, that's a great song.
For Billy, I've got 6 Inch from Beyonce Lemonade.
Oh, okay, I feel you on that too. I think actually anything Beyonce.
The first time
In
I
slow
heard
motion, walking behind anything in Beyonce.
that- first
On
time
a
I heard
horse.
the song, I pictured
on a horse.
I've got the video, guys. It's getting shot now. It's gonna be on my Instagram. It's gonna be my next
Thank
reel.
you.
Hi guys!
Ladies,
Hi!
how great is this Austin crowd? Fantastic, right? That right there, Briana Buckmaster, Kim Rhodes, Samantha Smith, and Lisa Barrett. I'm glad you're here, although I was excited to see what Rob might do on the kit. You know, I'm just saying.
Let's see it, Rob.
Oh, let's just pretend that we're singing the ladies off, and it's Steve who got injured backstage. We don't have Steve. But Steve, here's the thing. You're not injured, now you have to sing ladies' night. So here we go. This is the reverse world with Steve, lead singer, and Rob on the drums. I'm going to start them off, ladies and gentlemen. It's the band, Briana Buckmaster, Kim Rhodes, and Lisa Barrett. I'm not sure the feeling is right. I think the feeling's wrong.